loungeradio.co. You're now listening to Lounge Radio.
Hi everybody, you're listening to Jessica and Nomfundo, and today we're going to be discussing a touching topic in regards to umjolo. And it's one that is actually very interesting because it's something that I think a lot of us ladies do. So let's get down to the topic at hand. So we're going to give two different perspectives, one that is for and one that is against, I guess, or basically get different opinions in terms of, is this thing right or is it wrong, and how different people view it. And let's just get straight to the question. So the question is, or rather the statement is, your boyfriend tells you very well that he doesn't have money yet. You're still posting, can somebody buy me a pizza? Anyone to buy me data? How the hell do you think he will feel when he comes across your post? Stop being childish and accept your boyfriend's situation rather than making him feel useless. So, Fundo, well, what is your take on that, on the whole thing, and what do you think about it, and how does it make you feel? Obviously, here's your boyfriend, he's telling you, babe, I ain't got no money, I can't do 1, 2, 3, and 4 for you, and you decide, you know what, my boyfriend can't do 1, 2, and 3 for me this month or whenever. So you let me rather go and ask the people in my status or in my contact list.
I kind of want to agree with this because it makes him feel bad. Because I imagine it's in my situation. Or if I was a guy, I don't think I'd feel okay. I'd feel useless, just like the post says. But again, other girls beg to differ.
True.
So what do you think?
I don't know. I think for me, it depends. Because I'm going to start off by saying, if you know that you're a high maintenance girlfriend, why are you dating a guy that cannot afford you, or a guy that is, well, in this instance, I don't want to use the words broke, but a guy that doesn't have money or doesn't have the money, Because I feel like it is quite disrespectful for you to date a guy who you know very well is not in your financial league. And then you expect him to keep up with your needs. Okay,
but another thing is, I get it, other people date because, I don't know, they're just genuinely interested. It's not that deep. It's not about how much money you have. It's a genuine attraction. Yeah. So sometimes it's not about, no, this dude doesn't have money, or this dude has money, so let me date him. It's a we found each other type of thing, and then now I want pizza or whatever. But again, wanting pizza is a demand.
What do you mean pizza is a demand? How is
you're demanding pizza? You don't necessarily need it. Otherwise, if it was a situation like you need pads or something, or you need medicine, maybe you would try something. Or maybe he has enough money to fund serious things. But a pizza is something... Come on, you can live without
pizza. Is a luxury, but that's the thing. I mean, my boyfriend cannot do it. As a result, I am choosing to now go and ask other people who can afford it at that time.
But how does that make him look?
How does that make him look?
Because probably he has friends, or you have his numbers friends. His friends' numbers,
His friends' numbers, yeah.
Yeah. And it makes him look broke. But it makes him feel useless.
But at the end of the day, I figure if a guy said he didn't have money for pizza or for data or whatever, it would probably be a thing of he doesn't even have money, or he would not have money for something like if you said, I needed sanitary towels, or something like that. I think this is more for the girls that are dependent on their boyfriends. I think maybe I could put it that way. I don't know. If others beg to differ, that's okay too. But it's quite an interesting topic. I think it brings me back to the point where I'm like, if you know, Khuri, you are dependent on a man as a woman financially, you should find a man who's gonna match that, because it does not make sense for you to go and date Tsepo knowing very well Khuri Tsepo doesn't have the capability to maintain that lifestyle that you want and need. Because now, obviously, like you said, it could come off as disrespectful. It could come off as maybe, I don't know, it could make him feel bad. But at the same time, it's a thing of you are taking off that burden from Tsepo, by going and asking somebody else. You are basically relieving Tsepo the stress of having to worry about buying a pizza, because when a guy really loves you, sometimes he really wants to do something for you, but he can't. So instead of you busy nagging Tep and being like, pizza, or
You'd rather post about it.
data, rather go and find somebody who can do it for you.
Find somebody, as in not date Tepo in a
Not like break
Keep
up
him
with
as a
Tepo,
side.
but I just mean get the person who can afford it. You know what I
So
mean?
where does that leave Tepo?
Where does it leave Tepo?
Yeah.
You love Tepo. Remember, you love Tepo to death.
So am I
you
going
know?
to cheat on Tepo just because I want pizza
But
now?
you're not cheating when you say, can I please have pizza?
Yeah, but
That's not
obviously-
cheating though.
Okay, but guys have different intentions.
Even if they do, it doesn't mean just because Bongani bought you the pizza that Tepo couldn't buy you, you're not cheating. You're not cheating. You're not messing around with Bongani. You're not
So
doing
he's just
anything.
buying you pizza.
He's just buying
And you
you
think guys
pizza.
are like that? They're not like that.
They're not like that, yes, but when we're into oizelela, and that is pizza. You did not come here so that you could get Bongani to buy you pizza so you could sleep with him in return. No, it was never like that. It was a thing of you wanted pizza, and so you decided, you know what, let me get this guy to buy me pizza. Let me take the load off my boyfriend.
Here's a question
I think
for the
that's why
guys,
other
actually.
girls do it.
Here's a question for the guys. Would you buy a girl pizza with absolutely no intentions?
Oh, some of these guys would. I mean, I know the guys are supposed to answer this.
Yeah.
But I feel like some of these guys would, because
If
they
you-
are genuinely nice guys.
Or if you have enough
they're nice
money
like
to,
that, and you have
like,
enough money
yeah.
for it. But I do feel like Amanyan Tomazana, they are very thoughtful towards their boyfriends. And I know sometimes it seems like it's coming from a bad place. Sometimes you really genuinely, I know right now we're speaking of something like pizza because pizza is a useless thing.
Okay.
But if we're speaking of something that was a bit more serious, I think a lot of girls
Medication and all of
have that thing
yeah.
you would see, I know my boyfriend cannot afford this. As
Yeah.
a result, because
I'm
he
gonna-
can't afford it,
Uh-huh.
I kind of wanna take that burden off him, and I don't want to stress him by being like, babe, I need this, and then now you find yourself in that position where you are stressing out your boyfriend because he doesn't have money. So instead of stressing him out, let me rather take off that financial burden and put it on somebody else. But at least I know my boyfriend is happy, you know. I mean, what he doesn't know.
Happy
But
with
what he
knowing that
doesn't
he
know-
cannot afford you, basically.
But what he doesn't know cannot hurt him.
Excuse me, sis.
What he does not know cannot hurt him.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. If your boyfriend does not know that somebody else is buying you pizza, it's not gonna hurt him.
It's not gonna hurt him.
Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, remember, you're not doing this out of disrespect. Yes,
Yeah.
it comes off as a disrespectful
It does
gesture.
come off as disrespect.
But you are not doing it out of disrespect. You're doing it because, well, you know your
But
boyfriend
you know,
can
another
afford.
thing is when girls post anyone wants to buy me data, they're like, "Ipinduti yakho." You know, it's always an instinct like, "Where's your boyfriend?" Don't you have a boyfriend? Ask your boyfriend. Tina was vumanga, so go to your boyfriend. Go ask him all of that.
Yeah, that is true.
And usually that's a way to slide in the DMs. I'm telling you.
That is true. Honestly, that is hella true. And I do not disagree with that. But at the same time, it's like when you know the intention that you are going into this thing with. You know what I mean? It's always you. I think, it becomes a childish thing when you are constantly like
Yeah,
every
I
single
think that's
day.
what they mean by stop being childish and accept. Okay, but they said accept your boyfriend's situation.
But like, why would I now want to accept a situation like that?
Do you think... Oh, here's another thing. Do you think it motivates him?
I also think it does motivate him.
Yeah.
I think that's why I said, Wuti, why would I wanna like find myself where I'm accepting a situation? No. Why do I accept
And you're making
something
him comfortable
because
even.
you make him comfortable. He's
Exactly.
getting used to the fact that Musa, I don't have money, my girlfriend
And she
understands. She's
understands.
okay with it, she's fine with it. No, you must not be okay with it, because firstly, you must push this man. Anytime when he thinks of
Yeah.
relaxing, at the end of the day, you are helping him better himself. Whether you're gonna be there or not, at least he's got a future skill now where he knows, I need to hustle for stuff.
And I know
if
this
my
is-
girl needs something, I need to come through for her.
I know this is kind of off topic, but now, have you noticed that when you give a guy that type of freedom or comfort, you know how sad it is when a broke guy cheats on you? It's like, first of all, you broke. Okay? First of all, you broke, and then
You
you're
don't
going to
got
cheat on me.
nothing.
So I'm not going to make you comfortable now. You're going to fight
Definitely.
for my lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I guess, yeah. it does take us back to that part where we're like, I think sometimes when you say accept, I don't like the word accept your boyfriend's situation, because in a way you are telling me to accept a situation that I'm not comfortable with. I'm not comfortable with
I don't think even he's going to be comfortable with it.
Exactly. So why should I accept that? The fact that you cannot afford pizza. So definitely not. I'm not going to accept that thing right there. That's why I need to say it's different if it's a thing with maybe he does it for you every month. Then this one particular month he says, you know what, I could not make ends meet this month. Let's put it off on hold for a minute. That's understandable. But if it's a thing that I have to go on my status and ask, just it's a thing that is continuous, most. It's a thing that's constantly happening.
Okay, what if sometimes he does buy you pizza when he can? Okay, I think that's the difference actually. If he's ever bought you pizza as an ever, this is you actually asking for it.
I think it becomes disrespectful, definitely, if he's something that he's always doing, or something that he does and he tries to do. But then this one time he says he can't do it when I feel the need to go and ask other people.
That is childish.
Now that is pretty childish and disrespectful, my sister, because at the end of the day, the money that you don't have, he also does not have. But at the end of the day, we all know what indoor must provide. That's all that I'm saying. Of course, a lot of women have that mentality, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think if as a woman, you are going to be submitting to a man, I hate the word submission, but some women do submit to men, and there's nothing wrong with that.
And men want you to submit. And men want you to submit. So you cannot want me to submit and then you're not providing.
If you are a submissive woman and you want to submit to a man, I do not think there's anything wrong with you expecting a man to provide, because when you are submitting to a man, there's a lot that you do for a man.
Exactly.
And right now, obviously, this is a boyfriend and girlfriend context, right?
Yeah,
it's not even a wife context. Yeah. You global at this woman. Nah, you're still on a girlfriend boyfriend basis. So obviously, at this point, if I'm submitting to you and I am taking care of you and I'm doing my best, to take care of you and to cater to your needs as my boyfriend, I do feel like provision is a thing that is necessary, you know what I mean? And I know a lot of people are gonna come after me for the whole thing a man must provide. But when I speak of provision, listen to in which context I speak of provision in, because there is some girls are like, a man must provide, but she's not doing anything.
Yeah, literally.
She's just sitting there watching
expecting
TV,
everything,
business Instagram, and that's
Netflix,
it. Netflix. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But obviously, if a girl is out here, my guy, she's doing everything for you. Because number one, she cooks for you, but you don't cook for her. She does your laundry, you don't do her laundry. Especially if you guys live together, she cleans your house, you don't clean her house. She does all of these things for you. She caters to your needs. When you need something, when you have a bad day, you come back to this woman. She sits down and she listens to every single complaint you have to make. She gives you advice. She's there for you emotionally. You know what I mean? She keeps that emotional and mental stability right. She's taking care of your mental health. And I think as a man, it is only right that you provide. Because if as a man, you don't want to provide, then it's that simple.
Yeah.
If as a man you feel like when you don't have to provide for a woman, then that's fine. Let your woman provide. And let the roles reverse then if that is the case.
Look at it in this way then now. Okay, fine. This girl cannot. If she's asking for data, that means Yena herself. She cannot afford to buy herself data. Nor can she afford to buy herself pizza. What about that?
Shoot, now that is a very difficult thing, hey? If as a girl you cannot, but the thing is, I think my question is, what are you doing for this guy that you are asking things from? Because if you are literally doing nothing, you are just a girlfriend when you've got nothing. You can't afford data, you can't afford pizza, you can't afford drinks, you can't afford anything that is yours.
You expect
you are fully dependent on a man. I guess that is what maybe housewives kind of go through because they don't work.
Exactly.
So they don't have
they kind of have to submit.
They kind of have to submit. So they are fully dependent on a man. But remember now, she compensates for that in other ways. Now, as a girlfriend, that would depend. Jengoba, you can't afford airtime and pizza. Well, what are you doing for your man? Because if you are just sitting there demanding pizza and airtime, I feel like you have no right to. Because whose money are you demanding in the first place? What did you do to earn that money?
But what are you doing also now as Umfazi? Why don't you have money? You're telling me you have no form of income at all. I mean, we understand maybe you can ask once a month or something. Or even when, actually, I feel like now as a girl, you should know when your nigga has money. Because you cannot, in the middle of the month, knowing very well that he's doing a lot of things, and then you're asking for pizza.
Okay, no, definitely that's not thoughtful. But at the same time, remember, we're kind of like students at this point. We're looking at it from a student perspective, if I may. We are kind of looking at it from that perspective.
Even in that
now.
perspective.
But think about it. We date, mostly girls our age really date guys that are at work right now, because most of us date guys that are older. We don't really date guys in our age group. It's very seldom that we do. We date guys that are older because we're looking at that context.
Do you think
so most
that's
of those
the
guys
reason?
work.
Do you think that's the reason why we date older men? Not older, but 26, 25. Do you think that's the reason? Because we feel like men our age can't really afford us or can't really handle us.
I think it's a provision thing. As a woman, or personally now, I know not all women think like me.
Yeah.
But as a woman, I think I have this thing, Yoguti. When I look at a man, I do not look at his nice shoes, his nice hair, his nice six-pack. Rather, I look at what this man can do for me as a woman. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
I look at what this man can bring or contribute in helping me grow myself and me doing the same thing for him. Like right now, I'm currently a student. When I look for a man, or let's say I look for a future partner, I'm looking for things like, can he provide? Number one, provision, because Awantana Betu are not going to eat your six pack. Let's start there. If let's say we are having sex right now, for example, and I fall pregnant as a student,
are you going to be able?
Are you going to be able to take care of that baby?
Right.
Because probably as a student, I'm obviously most probably on NSFAS or whatever. Or even if I'm self-funded, still being self-funded is quite expensive too.
Actually.
So it's a thing of is he going to be able to take care of this child? Now, if we're both on NSFAS, my guy, who's going to take care of this child? So I'm definitely not going to be looking at it on that perspective, but that's a just in case. It's not like I'm planning.
Yeah, it's
and then it comes to other things as well. I think we look at that as men as women. That's what Zulu says. For those that don't understand what that means, what it means is a man's beauty is his wealth, basically. And there's nothing wrong with that, because Vele, as a man, I think I do expect you to step up at some point in time, take your role as a man, play your role as a man, show me that you've got that. And I think that's what older guys are able to do for us. They're able to step up, they're able to show up, when I need something that I can't get for myself as a woman. I think he's able to be there like, okay, baby, this is what you need. I can do 1, 2, 3, and 4 for you and get it for you. Do you understand? Unlike Untanga, it's going to be difficult to come to Untanga and be like, hey, babe, I need this, because he's going to be like, yeah, but I don't have a job. I'm also getting the same 1.5 every month that you are getting. So I think maybe that's why as women we tend to go for guys that are older and already established in life, or are kind of working towards being established, as opposed to guys our age. You know what I mean?
What about the whole thing of building a man, as they say? I don't want to really say that like that, but apparently men find joy in having a girl that sticks beside them throughout all the bullshit and the succeeding and the failing and everything. So Undanga is basically all of that. I get to train him, I guess, if I could put it that way. I get to grow him, I get to build him, I get to...
I hear you on the building thing, and I feel like with our generation, because we're looking at from our generation, guys, no movie stuff here. We're not looking from our mother's generation and the movie stuff. It's our generation we're talking about. I mean, personally, as I am, I do not see myself doing that, because I feel like it's so... Nowadays, you will build a guy. You will grow up with him. You'll be by his side.
Right.
He becomes the man that he's supposed to be. And then he decides to go to, there's somebody who's better than you. There's somebody. Now he starts asking you questions like, what do you bring to the table? Now he starts to ask you questions like, what do you bring to the table? And he starts to disrespect you because now he's comfortable. And I think, Mina, I did not come to this life to suffer. I did not come to this life to build somebody's son, unless somebody's son is building me. I feel like
or unless you're building each other.
Thank you. But I'm not about to stay with you and be like, through thick and thin, I've got you. Through thick and thin depends. There's a limit to thick and thin.
And now as a woman,
I'm here for better and better, not better and worse. I'm sorry. I'm here for better and better. And I mean that respectfully so.
Yeah, but now as a woman, I don't think you should be sitting and just helping this man grow and now you're not doing anything.
And what are you doing with yourself?
And what is he helping you with also? Yeah.
Because if you are sitting here being Bob the Builder, building up this man, making sure that he's the best version of himself, what is he doing for you? Because if you are constantly working towards building somebody and they are not doing the same for you, Mtase.
And isn't it weird how men usually say, what's the saying? Behind every successful man is a woman.
Yeah, behind every great man is a woman. What is it again? Behind every great man. Yeah, I think
is a strong woman. Something like along those lines.
Those lines, though. But that's the thing. I don't want to be behind you. I don't want to be behind you. I want to be right next to you.
Exactly.
You know, and I don't mean it in a sense of I want to be equal to you, as in like, really, I want to be. No. But I want to be next to you.
Yeah.
Why should I be in your shadows? I'm your woman.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
If you and I are building together, why should it look as if you are the one that did everything?
Exactly.
And I'm just sitting here at the back looking pretty. I'm not a trophy.
Put me in those successful places.
Thank
too.
you. I've got brains.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that is why men should go for women with brains.
And they should. But yeah, a lot of women do love that power. And I think that's also the reason why a lot of older guys love dating young women. Because they are able to control you. Remember, if you don't have money, a guy is able to control you in the sense that he can tell you 1, 2, and 3.
Because I already provide a lot.
Because I already do. And a boyfriend, he's not going to tell you 1, 2, and 3 because you're like, excuse me, do you know what I mean? So this topic is actually gonna take us into a different one now.
Yeah, it's very broad. I think it's a very broad topic.
Into a much more broad perspective, into a different topic right now. But I think to take it back, we do tend to date guys that are a bit more upper than us. But when you actually date a guy who's maybe the same age or in the same class as you,
cool.
You know, I could say same class, same standard, or same financial situation as you, it is a bit.
And do you think possibly other men do it on purpose, as in saying, I'm sorry, I can't buy you this or whatever? Even if you know very well, when you can afford it.
No, I think they do, because I've seen in situations where dad will tell you, he doesn't have money yet. Every weekend
exactly, which is why then la post, because she knows that
you've got the
you're
money.
You're probably lying.
You and I actually had this conversation the other
seriously.
day. Remember when I said to you, a certain person, we were talking about a certain guy, and I said to you, for me it does not make sense how this guy doesn't even have money for a date. Right, to take out his girl, but he's got the money to zol every single day. He's got the money to drink every single weekend. So for me, it's like, when are you value?
You have priorities, and I'm not.
It brings it back to priorities, because now your girlfriend is going out there and posting about wanting pizza from other men, or not even other men, but other people in general. When as a man, you are out here eating or drinking every single weekend. You are out here
buying your friends booze. Not that it's a bad thing, but come on, you have a girl.
But you also have a girl that you need to take care of. And I know this sounds very entitled, but if we're being honest, most guys are kind of more loyal to their boys than they are to their girls, and they do have this thing of being able to spend money in front of the boys, but they won't do the same for their girl. And it's like, you cannot possibly expect Mtana Bantu to sit there watch you spending money on your boys every week,
and she's only asking for a pizza.
A
data.
And
probably that data.
She shouldn't even have to ask. You know, I always say this, I feel like I should not have to ask, because that is something that should come from you as a man. It's something that should
a gesture.
It's a gesture that should hit you.
Like, do you want pizza?
Do you want pizza?
I can buy you pizza.
I do not even believe it's something that I need to ask for and be like, pizza, because now it's like, I'm putting you in a position. I'm putting you in a position, do you understand? But if you offer, even if you go buy your friends booze on Saturday, man, it's not gonna bother me. It's not gonna bug me. And I'm not gonna have a reason to go post them, somebody buy me data. Because you've done it. Here you are and you've done it. But it does, I guess maybe we are diverting a bit away from the point of accepting your boyfriend's situation when he says he doesn't have money. I understand, we're not always going to have money, and you're not always going to have money. But Nakon, I think the situation, what is the reason that led to me having to go on social media and be like, somebody please buy me pizza? Is it because my boyfriend really genuinely does not have money? Or is it a thing of, he might have the money, but he's just not willing to.
What if, let's say, he's kind of busy right now, and you really want that pizza? Let's say you really sabawal that pizza, and and
he's busy.
And then, do you think it's right to post, can someone buy me a pizza?
No.
You don't think it's wrong?
I don't think it's right.
Oh, you don't think it's right?
Yeah, but like, remember now, if your man is busy, what is he busy with? Is he busy working?
Okay, let's say, it is work.
then no, girl.
Then you
no.
should understand.
Girl,
right?
you need to understand that your man is busy. At the end of the day, le pizza or ifunayo, it's on man that he's working. So if you are gonna be now, can I have pizza on your status, knowing very well, the reason your man is not buying you pizza is because he's working, then babes, you need to check yourself.
What do you think?
Definitely need to check yourself.
Okay, how about you ask your boyfriend and he tells you, I'm sorry babe, I can't right now, I don't have money, whatever, and then you exclude him from your actually, do you think it's right to rather exclude him from your status and then post some more pizza or data?
What is your take on that? Before I answer, I want to hear your take. How do you feel about that? Excluding him. Basically.
Okay, I think I'd have to, I'd have to exclude
friends.
his boys too. But otherwise, okay, actually, I don't know. I don't know whether it's actually right or wrong. But I think it's still wrong.
I think if you're I think it's, girl, if you are excluding him from that status and his friends are not seeing it, then I guess maybe it's not that wrong.
Why?
Like I said,
because you're excluding him,
man. It really genuinely depends in what context. Remember, every single thing has an exception. I always say that every rule has an exception. Do you understand? So I could easily say, Hori, I will exclude my boyfriend because I don't want him to feel some type of way. Pele, he never buys me pizza anyway. Or it's a thing of I'm excluding him because this one time he can't.
And he's gonna be mad if he sees that.
But the thing is, the question is, understand your boyfriend's situation rather than make him feel useless. It's more about, man, but if it's a situation, then is that not a constant thing? If it's a situation, or is it like a now
But
thing?
remember, a situation is in context of right now. It's
Right.
something. It's like how we post, like current situation.
But it could be long term too, because it could have been a situation.
But that's not a situation. That's a general problem. It's not a situation. Situation is something that you're stuck on at that moment. I can't say I'm in a situation, Gandhi, I'm broke my whole life, I'm living in a shack. That's not a situation, honey. That's more like a long-term thing. You know what I mean?
Okay, but if it's a situation, then you say it's a now thing. Then I guess no, girl, don't do that to your man. Don't do that. Like, I feel like your boyfriend doesn't deserve that, because at the same time, imagine if, for example, your boyfriend needed you to do something, right? And you were not available at that time, and then he substituted you with another girl.
Yeah.
How would that make you feel?
That's why I said, if I look at it from my perspective, I wouldn't like it if, a girl did that. Because, what do you mean?
I get you. Because it now kind of feels like you are getting somebody that you think can now do it because I can't do it. I feel you, though. I feel you, because... I think it does take us back to that. You're with a girl, at the end of the day, do what you think, do what you would be comfortable with your man doing. I think, I know we've said all of this, we've delegated on it, but at the end of the day, do what you would be comfortable with your man doing. Because if you feel like, if your man needed like 100 rand for transport to go somewhere and you didn't have the 100 rand and you called another girl.
It's a job opportunity
exactly,
or something.
It's a job interview and he needed 100 rand. And then here's you
really didn't have it, like
and you really genuinely don't have that money and you want to give it to him, and he then asked another girl. How would that make you feel?
Reflective.
I guess maybe a job interview is a bit deep. Let's say he wanted to transport to go to and watch a football game.
Okay, come on.
But we're putting pizza and a football game in the same perspective here. I don't think we can put a job interview.
All right. I hear you. Okay.
Yeah, because that's the worlds apart there.
A football match.
I
would never do that. Come on.
But think about it.
But okay,
your man wants to go see Mpumalanga there, like,
and it's his favorite.
You know what I mean?
Just like you like pizza that much. It's already a need.
And unfortunately, you do not have the money at that point in time. And he asks, another girl, his female bestie, or some other girl. How would that make you feel? Would you be comfortable with that? Would you be okay with your man basically saying, because my girlfriend doesn't have the money, let me take that load off her shoulders and ask another girl? How would that make you feel? Even if she wasn't sleeping with the girl.
And then he posts after you already told him.
You didn't have.
Baby, I'm sorry, I don't have that type of money right now. And then he posts.
See, now that shit hits home.
Exactly. Which is why we should consider it in both perspectives.
I think, no, at the end of the day, I think, maybe
because it will hurt you.
Do be understanding. And I think if you know, Khuri, you're not an understanding person, do not date somebody that you know will not be able to keep up with what you want. I always say, Khuri, it's very unfair to put umntana bantu in a position, like where you make them feel bad and you make them feel useless just because they don't meet up to your expectations. Rather go find the man that's gonna meet up to those. Because it's like with guys, I think we could turn the tables and be like, as guys, I feel like do not date girls when you have expectations of her to look like a slave queen, knowing very well this girl cannot afford a slave queen lifestyle. Do not put her in that position. Mtanabantu, when you found her, she was maybe a plain girl who didn't wear makeup, didn't wear weaves and stuff like that because maybe she cannot afford it.
But why did you approach her?
But why did you approach her? Now you're expecting her to wear weaves and wear makeup, and you're telling her, step up your game, dress nice, wear makeup. I think it's the same thing, ladies. Look at it that way, gents. Let's look at it like if the tables were reversed a bit, Uguti, think about it that way. Uguti, do not put umntana bantu in a position that Uguti, they will not be able to maintain. I know, even if you love him, I don't care. If you really love your man as you claim to, then I think you're not gonna go and
you should be
do that to him. Then you should be understanding, definitely. I do be understanding. I mean, at the same time, push him. My sister, be understanding, but to a certain extent. Sometimes you must push for that peace and be like, baba, but peace is important.
Right?
That, but in a nice way, because that motivates your boyfriend to kind of want to get up, get a side hustle, get another hustle, do something that's going to bring him more income. Because now if you make this man to come to because you love him, my sister, you'll never get anything, Velashan. You will never get anything.
But again, I think the lesson here in general regarding this question is, if it was you, what if it was you? Reverse the roles. Would you be comfortable with it? Would it make reverse the roles.
No, definitely. Do what would make you happy in a relationship, because if you know you would not be okay with it, I feel like it's hypocritical of you and it's a double standard. So
definitely.
But anyways, that is it from us and our opinions.
Exactly.
But thank you for listening, guys. Thank you so much for listening.
Definitely.
And
tune in, I guess. Tune in. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
LoungeRadio.co